And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sticking with me, Dukect, here on the Dukect Lounge this Tuesday evening. All right, let's talk a little bit about the DCU, ladies and gentlemen. The new DC, of the new DC extended universe is planning to, according to, his plan to make the jump to video games in the future. Director James Gunn has revealed that DC Extended Universe is planning to enter into the world of video games in the future. The well-known director has been a staple of superhero films for both DC and Marvel in recent years, working on a franchise like Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers. Gunn was named co-chair of DC's film division last month alongside Peter Safran, with two previously having worked together on 2021's The Suicide Squad. Now Gunn has suggested that DCU video games may be on the way. While DC's Extended Universe has yet to fully step into gaming, the comic book giant, many properties are no stranger to video game adaptations. The Batman franchise has been a part of gaming culture since the early consoles. Some series like the Batman Arkham games, seeing critical acclaim. A Wonder Woman game that's currently in development by Middle-earth Studios Monolith Production, with no confirmed release date. Now James Gunn has revealed that DC Extended Universe has set to include video games as well. A seriously innocuous tweet from James Gunn has revealed DC may be planning video games extensions of its cinematic universe. The reveal comes in the form of a simple yes in to reply to a fan asking about the potential inclusion of video games within the DC universe alongside its films and TV shows. While DC has yet to concern any official games based within the cinematic universe, several movies are currently in production, with Shazam, The Flash, and Aquaman all confirmed to be receiving new films next year. While DC may not have any confirmed plans surrounding the cinematic universe move into the video games, DC Comics has already made its mark on games in recent years. Warner Brothers' crossover fighter Multiverses have seen multiple popular DC superheroes added to the game, including the recently released Black Adam, alongside the DC movie of the same name. DC heroes have also been a popular subject of family-oriented games like Lego's DC Supervillains and the upcoming DC Justice League from Outright Games. The DC Cinematic Universe foray into video games would follow in the footsteps of its major competitor in Marvel. Marvel's own cinematic universe properties have also featured in games based on its high-profile films like Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers. Marvel has also seen success in several other games not intrinsically tied to the cinematic universe, like Insomniac's Marvel Spider-Man series. Games based in the DC Extended Universe will look to extend the stories and offer fans another way to experience their comic book clubs of franchises, which is an interesting little look. I would like to see that. I don't think you're going to see, I don't think you're going to see, ladies and gentlemen, the big stars doing that stuff. But I think little stars, stuff like maybe Animal Man, maybe, Mr. Terrific have his own video game. I wouldn't be surprised to see the smaller base heroes have that type of video game experience. The video game stuff there. I mean, there's a ton of stuff you can do with some good video game stuff. Maybe major stuff like a Wonder Woman, but I think you could do. Let me just let's see. Let's see. I mean, you could do, Justice League members or something like that. There are a ton of, let me just look, and of members of, let's see, for example, you could have a Mr. Miracle, Dr. Fate, Captain Atom, let's see, Ray, Black Condor. You can have someone like him be about World War II and everything. You can build up that stuff there. Let's see, Power Girl. You can put her in the game or something. Animal Man. Hawkman, Blue Devil. You can build someone up. You can do something like that. Blue Devil could be you can make him into a nice little video game. Plastic Man, Jade, the woman, Green Lantern. No, they say she's not Green Lantern. Star. She is a. She's the daughter of Alan Scott. So yeah, she could be like this huge, powerful, good powerhouse character for her. That'd be nice. Intergrain the Demon, Jason Blood, Firestorm, Black Adam. They could do that. Cyborg. Well, like I said, many other characters. Don't need to have Blue Beetle. Batgirl. They could bring the Batgirl cast back and make that story into a video game, which would be very interesting. They could do maybe to really do a make good about that. Be not as close to the movie, but something like that. Zatanna, Green Lantern, Rocket Red, Vixen. That could be really good. John Constantine could be a good video game. The list goes on and on. Like maybe you could bring back Steve Trevor for a spin for a nice little video game or something like that. There are plenty of ideas and plenty of ways you can really build this characters and really build these stories into it. I think there's there's gold in them hills. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think there's some gold there. And if you really start pressing it, I think you can do some really good work in this. We can really do some good stuff here and build some actually good shows and build some good moment and such. You can actually start building that. Once you start building it, ladies and gentlemen, you can start actually giving that type of fan reaction and some good love back to some DC, because I know there's some DC fans who feel a little bit not getting some love, but there's some good products out there. You might get some. Hopefully this doesn't overextend the problem or something like that. Don't overextend until a point that you have to watch all these TV shows and everything else and gaming and everything like that. Make it as self-contained as you need it to be, but also have them, when they do appear into the TV show and the movies, they have enough of a presence to be like, hey, this was the person, they did their adventure here, the little adventure here, but they will be a part of this whole thing. Don't let them be like appear for 5 minutes and get killed off or whatever. Build up their appearance, build up their importance, build up their entire resume with the fan base and the community, and then see how it goes. Should be that. It should be that simple. But I don't know. Maybe it's just some not gonna be real hardcore games, but maybe just flash games on your phone. Who knows? Could be right, could be wrong. But anyway, it'll be fun to see how this shows up. Because honestly, if they do this right, and I truly believe this, if they do this right, you can have something really special and something that the MCU failed to do, shockingly actually. Because right now, they just have the really good TV shows just hasn't really clicked. It hasn't really clicked with most audiences. But if DCU does this right, and if I believe they can do this right, I think people are going to be. I think they can snatch away some of the MCU fan base and some of that energy that the MCU needs. Because Phase 4 has been just mid for them, let's be honest. Other than Spider-Man, it's been mid. And heck, that's technically not really part of Marvel. It's Sony stuff. And, that's a whole other stuff right there. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, the MCU has just been mid. And honestly, all that money they get is because they basically bought all the theaters because of the Fox deal they got. And they just flooded the zone with all the MCU movies and everything. That's why I couldn't watch, like I keep going off and everything else. I couldn't see, Everything Everywhere at Once in the theaters. I couldn't see The Northman. I barely saw Northman in the theaters, but it's basically, it was The Northman at like 12 o'clock in the noon, and everything else was Doctor Strange, in the Mouth of Madness or whatever. And it's the same thing. There's Black Panther all over the place. You have all these other places. You can't really. There's no real out there for it. They just flood the zone. my hope and my positivity thing is my true positivity. The positive stuff is that this actual light a fire on DCU to take some of that stuff, and Marvel can actually say, okay, we need a point. Or maybe they just hope it just go away, because honestly, the MCU should have ended after Endgame. There's not much there anymore. But that's just my personal opinion. I could be 100% wrong. I want to hear what you thought I have to say. Anyway, it is, well, the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's a quick one. Only 30 minutes, but, sometimes shows go a little long. Sometimes they go a little bit short. But in the end, I think I made it into a very fun and entertaining little Dukect Lounge for you. Sometimes it's a short fidget. Sometimes it's over an hour. Sometimes it might be even longer than that. But it is only, the most important thing is that you enjoyed it. And, that's the main thing that matters. Anyway, that is it for me, Dukect. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.